Hello everyone, welcome to my Flosstube channel, XO Needle in the Hay XO, a channel where I talk about all of my cross stitch endeavors. Today is Thursday, November 21st, 2024, and it's been about 2 weeks since we last saw each other on a regular Flosstube episode. Today, I am back in my office instead of my dining room, and I'm gonna do things a little bit differently. We're gonna save all the chit chat for the very end, and we're just gonna dive right into what I've been stitching on since I last spoke to you. I have one finish to show you, and that is Miss Nettle by Stacy Nash. This is the first animal cracker I have ever done. She is stitched on 36 count vintage country mocha using all of the called for Weeks Dye Works floss. I did change up her dress. I will put the pattern up on the screen so you can see what her original outfit looks like, but I decided to give her a little bit of a wardrobe change to better represent me. For those who have asked me about my dress changes, I have posted the chart on my Instagram highlights. So I'm also XO Needle in the Hay XO on Instagram if you would like to stitch Nettle's dress the way that I did. Now, I'm not completely finished with her. I would really like to make her mask for her, but I had to take a bit of a break because I was really sad that I suffered some finishing mishaps while making her. You can see that her the fabric is fraying around the ears, and also didn't do a great job down there. When I went to turn her, after I sewed her right sides together and I went to turn her to sew her clothes, my fabric started fraying. And even though I left myself a really healthy margin, like almost an inch, I would say I left myself like 3/4 of an inch margin when I sewed her together, my fabric still frayed. So I think if I make another cracker, I will add interfacing next time to stabilize the fabric. However, after making her, I thought, what if instead of making the crackers into plushies, what if I made, you know how I have that giant piece of vintage country mocha? I bought a half yard of vintage country mocha to make all of the animal crackers on. What if instead of making them plushies, I sewed all of the animal crackers and their accessories onto one piece of fabric? And if I do that, I kind of want to restitch Nettle. I don't know. I just need to step away from her for a little bit. I still love her. It was really disappointing in the end there. Let me show you really quickly. Nettle again. And her little ears that have been through it. But I love how her dress came out, and I also gave her little Doc Martens. I don't know if you can see the little yellow stitching in the fabric loop at the back. So this is Nettle. Hopefully I'll be able to grieve appropriately and make her mask before the end of the month. Because I have many animal cracker patterns in stash, as well as Mr. Bones coming to me in the mail as we speak. So this was my only finish since we last spoke. I do have a lot of starts though. I certainly got the Stitchy bug. I don't know what happened. I think I needed some comfort. I think my stash was calling to me. Yeah, it was a lot of fun, and I'm not gonna stop starting things. My new motto is you can't finish it unless you start it. So let's dive into that. The first start I want to show you is my second start for my B-Day sal. It's hashtag Needle in the Hay B-Day sal, and if you'd like to join, it is just any Jet X stitch pattern. So I started the scorpion and the frog. You've seen that before. But I really also wanted to do cherry magpie. So I'm doing 2 for my birthday sal, and I'll see if I can finish both of them by my birthday next year. So I started cherry magpie. Here is what I have. Isn't this beautiful? I love all the colors, of course. And this fabric, this is the called for fabric. It is 36 count beetroot. I have heard that this 36 count or any count fox and rabbit, it's very difficult to find. So I jumped on this 36 count beetroot as soon as I saw it, and I've been searching for 40 count since then, and I haven't seen it anywhere. So I feel very lucky that I got this piece of beetroot by Fox and Rabbit to do cherry magpie on. And as for the threads, let me talk about the threads really quickly. I used the called for DMC and some cotton paint box threads that I tried to color match as best as possible with the called for DMC, just because I really wanted to use my paint box threads stash for this, because I think the jewel tones are so perfect for Jet X Stitches patterns. So some of these are DMC and some of these are paint box threads cotton floss. Isn't that so pretty? And my floss tags are actually thick gift cards that I found in like a cute summer pack. I wanted to use this pack because of these sweet cherry cards. Isn't that cute? So we have cherries. We have these strawberries. And we have our little variety pack with cherry, strawberries, and blueberries. So that is Cherry Magpie by Jet X Stitch. I have the digital pattern here. I'm not sure how far along I am. I want to say I'm like probably 2% or something. This is a fairly large pattern. I'll put up a picture of it as well as the stats, since I have that, since I'm doing this on markup. Isn't that so pretty? I'm really trying to make my way over to the middle so I can stitch the cherry in the middle. Also, while I have this out here, can I tell you really quickly, because I started so many things in the last 2 weeks, I needed some project bags. I was keeping my things in either these like Amazon plastic zipper bags or project bags that have been gifted to me or that I've made. And the project bags that have been gifted to me and that I made, I was just running out of them. I didn't have enough. And the Amazon plastic bags, I weren't crazy about them. The zippers kept getting stuck. I couldn't really see inside the bag, and they were all different sizes. So I thought I would try a new solution while I collect handmade project bags, because those were so special. While I collect those, I need something in the interim. So I am trying out a new mesh bag from Amazon. They're cheapies, but I ordered these because I'll tell you why. Number one, they're mesh, and I like to be able to see what is inside my project bag so that I can easily grab it and also, feel enticed to stitch it if I see it. The thing is, I know that with the difference between, you know, a mesh bag like this and the cheaper zippered ones that I was using, I say cheaper, I'm pretty sure they were the same price. The other zippered ones that I was using this is not waterproof or, you know, spill proof. So I would say that's the one downside to the mesh bag compared to the other plastic bag. But I like that I can see my project. I also like that it has two zippers. So there's this big pocket here, and there's a smaller pocket, which I keep the floss in. Keep my project and my pattern if I have a paper pattern in the big one, and the floss and whatever else I might want in the small pocket. And they're all the same size, which I like for storage. I can show you, I have a whole bunch here. They're all the same size, and you can hang them if you like that. So we're giving that a go, and so far I'm happy with it. You know, it's not, of course, as special as a handmade bag, but it's a good gap stop, if you will. And the zippers so far seem a lot better to me than the other plastic Amazon bags. I'll link that below if you're interested in getting these. Okay, that was my first start. My second start, ooh, I have this one on a board. I forgot to use a board for that. I will start trying to use a board for the rest. My second start is Graveyard Guardian by Sprouting Lupine. Here it is. For this, I used all the called for DMC, and it is on 40 count Haunted by, I believe, Seraphim Fabrics, or is it Fabrics by Stephanie? I don't remember. I'll pop up the correct fabric maker on the screen. Let's see. So I've started in the upper left-hand corner. Right now we have a big willow tree going on, filling that in. But I ate my vegetables and filled in all the leaves so I could count down to the kitty gargoyle there. And the lantern still has some back stitching to go, and there'll be lots more leaves and trees there. Let me show you the pattern. This is my working copy. There we go, that's what she'll look like. How fabulous is that? For this, I'm using all the called for DMC. Oh, I definitely want to show you my floss cards for this. I started this on Wednesday the 6th, I think. I needed some comfort, some de-stressing in my life. Some therapy, cross-stitch therapy, if you will, and I figured it would be a great time for me to break out these floss cards that I've been saving. I have these Yo MTV Wraps trading cards that I've been saving for the perfect project, and I thought my Yo MTV Wraps trading cards just look so good and fit my mood perfectly for this project. How great is this? They're all different. I won't show you them all, but here's MC Hammer. There are a whole bunch of MC Hammer ones. Dre, Eric B, and Rakim. Anyway, you know, these were in a drawer and I only got to enjoy them now and again, but now I am using them for something and get to look at them all the time, which makes me so happy. So that is, again, Graveyard Guardian by Sprouting Lupine, and that is my second start. since I've seen you last. Okay, my third start. That's right, start number 3. Do you recognize this? The beginnings of this? This is Halloween Snail by the Stitch Crypt. I have the pattern right here. This is a Stash Fest pattern that I got. I guess that was back in August now. Here is Halloween Snail. I love him so much. I also love this pattern. I just wanted to point out that it's really nice cardstock, and I'm actually working from the original, and I didn't make a working copy because the pattern is huge and very easy to see. This pattern takes up like the entire, it's a vertical pattern that I'm looking at, and it takes up the entire page. So it's nice and big, easy on the eyes, and I don't have to photocopy and enlarge, which I really love. So I'm using the original pattern to stitch off of. Stitch Crypt, Halloween Snail. I'm using all the called for DMC, and I got, let me show you, it's here somewhere. I actually got glow in the dark. Where did it go? I thought I had it here. Anyway, it's somewhere. I got glow in the dark DMC for the white, for the ghosts and for the skull and bones. That I think will be really cool. I've never worked with glow in the dark DMC before. I've heard it's a pain, but I do have wonderful thread wax that I love to use, so that will probably come in handy, right? I'm actually going to show you this thread wax because I love it so much. I have 2 different scents. It's by Ponderosa. Can you see that? By Ponderosa, I have the Mojave blend, and which is at my desk. It smells wonderful. It reminds me of like cactus flowers. And I have Cascade, which reminds me of Christmas. I have that one at my Stitchy spot, and I love to use it because it smells so good. It's like aromatherapy while stitching. So I'll use that on the glow in the dark floss, and hopefully I won't have too much of a hard time with it. I will let you know. So I have done the snail outline, and it's ready for fill in when I'm, watching TV at night, and starting in on the pumpkin face. And that's Halloween Snail, my third start. I think, oh no, I have one more start. Let me quickly put this away. My third start, it's gonna be kind of hard to show you, I think. Okay, it is a kit from Wonderland Ukraine that they so generously gifted to me. I think I'm gonna pop a picture up. I'm going to pop a picture up, and you will understand why this is going to be hard to show you. It is because it is a beaded kit. It is a needle case. Okay, it's a needle case. That's the needle case open. It's personalized on the back. And when I am done stitching, what happens is, work in progress here, I've started my beading. When I'm finished, this will be attached to this backing. It will be sewn on like so. Of course, I will have all my loose threads cut. It will be sewn on around the edges like so, and attached to the box. I love this beading. I have never done an all beaded piece before. Just adore the colors. And the reason that I don't have as much work done on this as I would like is because I have found I am too nervous to work on this in my stitching spot. I feel like I need to be at a desk or a table with all of the beads involved. So I haven't worked on it as much. Where do you guys work on your beading? I mean, one of the things I love about my cross stitch hobby so much is that I can do it, you know, on the couch or on a recliner, or, I mean, I don't do it in bed, but I could if I wanted to. And I'm finding that with the beading, I'm too afraid that, you know, my beads will go flying everywhere if I do it on the couch. So that's why I haven't been able to spend as much time on this as I've wanted. Let me know your beading setup and how you work on it, please. Maybe I need to bring in like a TV dinner tray situation so I could do it on the couch. But that is my 4th start, and I would really love to finish that by the end of the year. I think like of all the starts that I've shown you, I'd like to finish this needle case by the end of the year. And I think that's it. The other starts can go into 2025, and I would be okay with that. Okay, let us transition into whips, works in progress. My first work in progress, I restarted this with Kansas City Samantha. I'm probably saying all of these Instagram and Flosstube names wrong, so I will put them up on the screen. I restarted this with Samantha, and it is all or equal in depth. You know, this is like my third or 4th go. Now, I can't even remember now. I think Samantha's only stitching it for the first time. This is like my 3rd or 4th time. I once again find myself just struggling. I spoke about it in the last video. But Samantha had a really good idea that I love, and it was just, you know, maybe just have a thread a day goal or a thread a week goal. And that has really helped me. I have done either 1 thread a day or 1 thread a week and been happy with that. If I felt like continuing, I did. If not, after I got my 1 thread in, I put it away. And that got me to, I mean, I don't know how this can be true, but my markup says that I'm at 39%. I don't know. I still have all the letters, all are equal in depth. I still have the skeleton and all the leaves around the coffin, and apparently I'm at 39%. I don't know. But here's what I have. Since I last saw you, I did this leaf section 1 week. I think that was like 2 threads, and I did these letters 1 week, and that was 1 thread. And I couldn't even bear to finish, you know, the L. I put it away and said, my assignment is complete. I'll love it when it's done. I love all the modern folk embroidery patterns. I have a lot of the dark crosses collection done already. So this will be a check mark from the dark crosses collection, and I'll move on to the next one. And this is done on 40 count Vintage Stormy Night with Gothic Raspberry by Pirate and Robin Floss, which I love to show off every time, and I'm gonna do it again in case there are any new viewers here. This is the gorgeous variegated Pirate and Robin Floss. Where's my card? Not pretty. I have like 10 skeins of this, so enough for all are equal in depth and some other projects. Okay, on to the next whip. Let me show you the pattern first. This is Mary Margaret by Carriage House Samplings. I think I'm always going to have a Carriage House Samplings and or Kathy Barrick going. I currently have one Carriage House Samplings, this one, and a Kathy Barrick going. I just love all Kathy Barrick patterns and Carriage House Samplings when Kathy Barrick was designing Carriage House. How cool is Mary Margaret? I actually got a lot stitched on this. The last time I saw you, I only had the border done. But today, let me get my handy dandy board here. So helpful. Today, I have the top of the tree, some letters, and part of her swing set. This is done on, I think this is a mystery fabric. Yeah, this is a mystery fabric. I believe it's 40 count, and I'm using all the called for MPI silks. I think I will be changing her beret to red because I have a lot of berets, and my favorite beret that I wear the most often is my red one. And I think I'm going to change her outfit and pretend that I'm Mary Margaret. This is really fun. I love some block stitching, and there's block stitching in here. We're gonna work our way down. I worked on over to the corner because I wanted to get to her beret as quickly as possible. I'll have to find a good like burgundy colored silk for her beret. Oh, and maybe I'll give her Doc Martens too. For sure I can do that. It's Mary Margaret by Carriage House Samplings. Okay, next up is my birthday sal. This is the Scorpion and the Frog by JetX Stitch. I did a little bit of work on this since you last saw me because it is so very fun to work on and look at. That's what I have so far. It's taking me a little bit longer, you know, to make every stitch right now because I'm converting the colors as I go. I'm doing as best a color match as I can with my from DMC to paint box thread silks. I did add a needle point silk in there because I couldn't find like the right brown for this decorative scallop here. But since I saw you last, I think I've done like the whole flower, a lot of the scorpion, and started it on this bottom frame. I will put the pattern up so you can see where I am while I get out my beautiful flosses to show you. Again, in case you're new here, I'm using these gorgeous paint box threads silks in Hot House Blooms palette as well as the vintage palette. And again, I'm just like picking and choosing as I go and color matching as I go, as well as this Over Swap blue. I love stitching on this so much, and this one is a digital pattern, so I'll be able to show you, I'll put on the screen how far I am, how close I am to finishing. And this is done on 40 count Mother's Milk by Lap and Loops, which is not the called for, but I believe it looks close to me, and I have always loved this fabric and wanted to use it for something. I have a really large piece, so I'll have some left over for something else. maybe another jet egg stitch pattern. Next up, I put a few stitches in my long dog sampler. All are equal, no, life after death. We have a lot of, always have a lot of death themed things going on here. This is life after death. I'll just hold it up. I thought I'd be done with page 3 by the time I filmed this, but I'm not. You know, it's probably because of all those starts I did in the last 2 weeks. But I did fill in, let's see here. I did fill in a lot of the band. Let me get that thread out of the way. I did fill in the band over here. I finished my whale. Yeah, this particular section really is a lot of stitching. So it doesn't look like I did a lot, but I promise you that I did. I finished the top motifs and working on filling in the rest of the band motifs down there. This is super fun. Maybe I'll work on this today. I love this so much. It would be great to get a page finished by Christmas. I think I can do it. There's more. Can you believe that I stitched on even more? The next one is that bucket list sampler of mine by Reflet de Soie called Germain Blanche. I believe it's $18.99. This was stitched. Are you ready? Are you ready? I adore, adore, adore this sampler. There she is. I've started in on, I think it's the 4th page. It's either the 3rd or the 4th page. When I saw you last, I hadn't done anything here over. I had only completed this side. I started filling in the buck more. Don't you love the colors in the buck? It's so unexpected. There's red, there's pink. Just stunning. I was really excited to do the X. I call it my battle X. I completed the B and the O, completed the P, starting the C, and, continuing on with my borders. I said it in the last video, but I will say it again. This one is so fun because there's always an area to work on. So you can do fill in if you're having like a fill in moment. You can do fill in on, the deer, the buck, or the border, because that's pretty much like, full coverage. You can do full coverage on the buck, on the border, or you can do lettering, which I love. And by the time, the more to the middle I get, there will be even more stitchy options. So there's always something I want to work on in this sampler. So pretty. I'm really happy with the progress I'm making on that. And that is stitched on, I'm forgetting the names of all of my fabrics. I think it's Heirloom 46 count by Needle Bling. And these are some of the flosses. I think these are the motifs in the middle, so including the buck. These are the letters, the alphabet, and this is the border. There are some, there's some cross-pollination between them, but I've separated them out that way to make it a little bit easier on myself. Okay, the final whip that I have to show you, it's still in the Q-snap because my goal is to finish this by the end of the month. So I think I have 10 days left. And that is, you've all seen it. Let me get my thread out of the way here. It's Well Hidden by Kathy Barrick. And I am over halfway done. The halfway point is that the end of that tree, really. I'm working on outlining so I can do some satisfying, relaxing, and easy fill-in work later tonight. I'll be filling in the deer bum, the grass, and then there are, I think, 2 or 3 more trees over there, and some, basically this grass band is mirrored over here. And then I will be done. We'll see. We'll see if 10 days is enough for me. This is so fun to stitch on and hold in my hand. It's so soft. This is done on 40 count sand by Fiber on a Whim with all of the called for NPI. This was a gift. The whole kit was a gift to me. Thank you so very much to my gifter who shall remain anonymous. I love this. And that is all for my finishes, my starts, and my whips. I'm gonna reset real quick and see what else we have to chat about. So this is a time where we usually talk about plans. I will probably be starting a lot more things. I'll dive into my stash and see what calls to me. So I'm not sure yet. It'll probably be Christmassy. I'm starting to feel a little bit Christmassy, so maybe some Christmas things. I've been wanting to start an owl forest embroidery for a while. I have 3 kits in my stash, so one of those would be a great wintry start. And I have Stacy Nash's gingerbread house sewing book because I signed up for the class happening at Jingle Ball, so I should probably start stitching this. Jingle Ball is the 6th through the 8th. I believe my class is on the 7th of December. That's very soon, so I'm not sure. We shall see. I'm not too pressed to start because the class will be, the recorded version of the class will be available for a month after the ball. So, you know, whether or not I finish stitching this, I will attend the class, take some notes, and do it in my own time. Yeah, isn't that pretty? That's the only plan that I have to show you. Aside from that, I would love to tell you about some Stitchy kindness. At the beginning of the month, Liz of Hello from Liz Matthews and I took a trip up to Frederick, Maryland to, I believe the needlework shop is called Threadwork Primitives in Frederick, Maryland. We went there to meet our friend Karen for a little Stitchy date. I'll post a picture up. That was so much fun. We met Karen at this absolutely gorgeous store. The store was just beautifully displayed merchandise. I've been in retail for a really long time and appreciate a store, especially a needlework shop, that takes such care in displaying their goodies. So that was so much fun. We met up with Karen. Karen worked on making a Stitchy case, and then she also surprised us with little gifties. If you can believe, she made 2 project bags for each of us. How pretty. And not only did she make this project bag, but when I opened the project bag, inside was an Ort tray, which I desperately need because I'll be honest, I'm not I try to be really conservative with my thread, but oftentimes I have a lot of long orts, and this is perfect. And the great thing about it is I would love to learn how to make this. It's one of those that snaps open and closed. Isn't that cool? I have one of these snap guns or whatever you call them. And this would be a perfect project for me to use, like the hundreds of snaps that the little gun came with. So that was the first one with its matching, the first project bag with its matching ort tray. And this is the second one with the 12 Days of Christmas theme. Look at the swans. With the ort tray inside. Oh my gosh. And I forgot to tell you that Karen chose this fabric because it reminded her of the Jingle Ball logo, the heel. So I will be using my ort tray at home while stitching during the Jingle Ball. Thank you so much, Karen. It was so fun to hang out with you. I hope that we can do it again soon. I bought a lot of fun things at Threadwork Primitives also that you'll probably see in my Instagram photos if you follow me there, which I hope you do. Also, Stitchy Kindness, my friend Anna, I will put up her Instagram handle on the screen. She is a relatively new stitcher. She gifted me for my birthday with a Mill Hill kit of a flamingo. This will be fun to stitch in the winter time because, like I said, I kind of have trouble in the winter, and this will make me think of beachy summers. Thank you so much, Anna. I love a flamingo. Also, last bit of Stitchy Kindness from Liz, of Hello from Liz Matthews. She gifted me with these beautiful, let me spread them out here, flosses dyed with natural dyes. Isn't that a pretty fiber? Can you see that? I really want to try more flosses dyed with natural dyes. I think this will be the first ones that I've ever tried that are naturally dyed. And this is by Stuart Moore Textiles. Thank you so much, Liz. I've been saving them for Flosstube, but now I can use them. And this is here is the card that came with them. Am I holding that right? Here we go. And here's a website on the back of the card if you're interested in checking that out. I think, I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that this dyer is local to Maryland. Stuart Moore's Textiles, 6-stranded cotton embroidery floss, dyed by hand with 100% natural dyes. That is my Stitchy Kindness. And I have one piece of vintage haul. I've been taking it pretty easy with the hauls recently, but this one I could not resist when I saw it on eBay. It is called A Merry Mouse Book of Nursery Rhymes, designs by Gloria and Pat. I love a mouse, but let me tell you, the main reason why I had to have this book is for this pattern on the back. It's a shoe house, and it reminded me of my girls' trip that I took with Liz at the beginning of the year to the Hanes shoe house. So I really hope to stitch this as a souvenir, like a year later to commemorate our trip. How cute is this? I believe that these are all Mother Goose nursery rhymes in here. Let me see if there are any pictures or if it's just charts. There are pictures. I've never stitched anything in this style and I look forward to trying it. It's gonna be a lot of fill-in, but we love that for movie or TV watching. Okay, I think that's all. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you like what you see, I would love if you would leave a comment, a thumbs up, and subscribe. And also follow me on Instagram at XO Needle in the Hay XO. I hope you're doing all right and that you're taking care of yourself. Thank you so much for spending this time with me. I'll see you next time. Bye.